before I would go to the next set of questions based on the personal life. Because for an artist, the personal life and the professional life, somehow it will always be overlapped. It will always be entangled for a good way. So I thank you once again. The next set of questions, your first experience with Veena.
It has been very nice.
When was it? Where was it?
I also realized. Actually, even Mr. Venkat he had come home. He was teaching me. He taught me for 3 to 4 months actually. First guru was my Venkat. He came home. He was my father's close friend. Because of his ill health, he not come further, and we came under the guidance of Mr. Surina, most famous architect in world friends. And I had a wonderful teach me so well, and he was so happy. I was a small child, just in 5th standard, and he would immediately learn and reproduce what I had told the next day. So classes went on very well, but he was touring abroad many times. So he had to go to Singapore. So he put me under his father's guidance, which was my greatest good fortune. He was the Asthan Vidwan of Mysore, Ganakala Bhushana R.S. Keshmurthy. And he would always travel from Mysore every weekend. He would be here on Fridays. I would have my class on Fridays and Saturdays in Gandhi Bazaar. Such a strict person. And of course, we were also equally very sincere in practicing our whatever he had taught. And he was most wonderful guru I ever had. I can tell you. Though he would not be well, he would never miss his class every weekend. He would come down from Mysore, and he was a very, pious person. Not like that, he would never eat out. Very strict in his puja and other things. So he would ask me to come there by 6. My father would take me there, and I would be in Gandhi Bazaar by 6 o'clock.
In the morning.
As a small child.
6 in the morning, that is.
And my mother should force me to eat even at 5:30, which we could, but I was forced to eat because I should go fasting. So mommy would prepare the breakfast for me even at the early morning hours without any hesitation, with all love and affection. I never forget those days, and my father's done wonderful service for me. Can never get a father like that. So for instance, whenever I had my concert, wherever I had my competition, he would accompany me. Any part of the town or anywhere outstation, we would book the best of taxis. We would go outstation. When we had gone to Sringeri, always a taxi and best of musicians accompany us. He accompanied us to NCPA, Bombay. So everywhere, and my Raghu was a baby, just like Rishikesh. He would look after the baby, my father, and support me. He has supported me so much. I can never forget his love and affection for me, and even my mother. She would always teach me. If I went wrong, she would correct me, because she had a very good musical knowledge. Nobody can. I am very fortunate to have had such good parents. Everybody is not so fortunate. I am extremely fortunate to have had such a father and mother. And here also, my father-in-law was full of support. He was a great artist. He would always appreciate me. Whenever I performed, he would come over. That is greatness of her. He was a Bhishmacharya in the field of dance, but he would always come and listen to my concert. It's his broad-heartedness. Can never forget his brought this things. Always he would encourage, no, you will play very well. No, you shouldn't feel delicate, you should play, he would encourage. No, you would feel delicate sometimes if some big artist is, no, you should not feel that way, you play. That is the greatness of my in-laws also. My mother-in-law also would support me a lot because my children, you would leave them and go, she would look after them. So we are all together and we had a wonderful time with both my in-laws and of course my parents also. So very fortunate to have had such a good family. I can tell you that much.
Yes. There are a lot of other things also, but because of the time constraint, I'm moving few questions further. But I do promise that I'll be asking her each and every question, and I'll be making sure that there is a video clip available of that, and we'll be sending across the link. So moving a little further, in this section, one more question: did you have any times where you had some challenges while learning Veena, or difficulties, or any situation where you felt that it was really difficult to continue or practice?
After marriage, naturally, because I was studying and I was married, you can't devote so much of time like I was when I was a young girl, because we'll have so many commitments after you're married. So my practicing time became less after getting married. I can tell you that much. And formerly as a child, I would practice 3 years in the morning, 3 years in the evening. So definitely you can't devote so much of time when you get married. You have other engagements at home too. You're committed. So that is one of the problems. Otherwise, I have not had much of problems.
I jump to the fifth set. There are 20 questions that I am jumping right now from, but I will be making sure that she will be able to answer that in probably this week. So now coming to the technical questions, what are the different types of Veena that you would like to please name a few, or how can a layman understand different types of
Saraswati Nini ಅಂತಿದೆ. But in Hindustani we have the Rudra Veena ಇದೆ. They have the Dattatreya Veena, they played standing. But normally, and Rudra Veena is played like a plant. They don't keep it on the land. Saraswati Veena ಅಂತಲ್ಲ.
How many gharanas or schools of Veena do you have?
There are mainly 3. First is our Mysore Bani. Of course, this Kerala and Tanjavur come under the same section, and the Andhra style of playing. So ours is mainly Mysore Bani.
Yes.
Speciality of
Name some of the famous schools of Veena.
ancient
Yes.
or stalwarts were
Two
there.
or three.
Speak up a little.
You
Questions
can
loud.
name some of the gurus, including your guru.
Of course, my guru was R.S. Keshamurthy. Then we had Veena. My guru's guru was Bakshi Veena Subarna. They are all from the contemporaries of Veena Subarna. And his contemporary was my musician, most famous. Both of them were contemporaries. Veena Subarna, Shamanna, Gopal Rao,
Venkat Kiriyappa.
Venkat Kiriyappa, no, Dosavenkar, who passed away recently. They are all very famous musicians in Veena particularly.
What about the wood or the strings used?
Yeah, we specifically have jackfruit wood for Veena, but in Andhra they use rosewood, that is redwood. Rosewood is used to manufacture. It is called Bobbi Veena. It is called Bobbi. And in Tanjore also they use jackfruit, but they put in more of plastic for decoration for Tanjore. because nowadays ivory is very expensive. They use ivory, instead of ivory they use plastic for decoration.
Any books or methods?
Questions we can't hear.
Mansi, louder.
Any books that you would suggest? Or maybe it's in the regional language, maybe we can answer that later. Okay. Have you seen any modifications in the type of veena that used to be there and now, like the tumba or anything?
Yeah, nowadays, in fact, in my own instrument I had the underwires like the star, but now I've got it removed because of some problems with it. And nowadays they are manufacturing electronic veena
Okay.
because they can dismantle it and take it out when they want. But I feel it's more like a guitar. And
The
they are
sound.
using fiberglass materials instead of jackfruit, wood and other things. Both the sides they have fiberglass material and it's collapsible. You can fold it in a suitcase sort and take it. And for me personally, I feel the sound of the electronic veena is just like a guitar almost. And our beautiful melody is lost, I feel, if you go in for an electronic veena. Yeah.
Have you seen, would you like to share any technical terminologies which is used in veena? Like what is Manakarma, Kamakasa? Technical
Because
terminologies.
actually, according to Sarangadeva and other texts, we have the old age, 8th and 9th century. There were 15 gamakas, now it is reduced to 10. Commonly used are Kampita, Spurita, Leena, Vali, Nokku. Then glides are called Etricharu, and that is descending from the higher octave and the lower octave. And our fingering is totally different. We have Tribina and all those many gamakas are there.
And any specific ragas or songs which are considered more apt to be played on veena specifically, or something which is your own personal recommendation of ragas, or maybe when somebody starts their learning process, the ragas that you would like to make sure that they learn sure or the songs.
No, whatever they have prescribed now, right now, is very apt, I feel.
Can you name some of the things?
Yeah, all our Sunlivers subtrotting ragam I have one. And of course, all the beginners have this Momana, Kalyani, all they are introduced to new ragas. All those are very fine as such.
Times of the day in which veena should be used to play specific ragas. Like something in the morning, something in the afternoon, something in the
No,
evening.
it depends on the raga itself. Bauli raga we play it in the morning, or Saveri we play it in the morning. So, but we are not as rigid as Hindustani musicians. They have, according to the four, perhaps,
zones of the day.
yeah, it's 4 time zones. They have totally classified according to their night ragas, morning ragas, afternoon ragas. But we don't differentiate much, except sometimes we play Saveri, Bauli, and all in the morning, and Maya Managoda. All that's usually played in the morning.
The beginning. So, what would you like to tell people in general about what do you call for Manojana? What are gamakas in Swaralips? Can you define these three terminologies with some examples?
Gamakas.
Gamakas, Manojana, and Swaralips.
Gamakas are deep. So there's ornamentation. When you go for a raga or when you're singing a song, you can't have plain notes. How you beautify the piece, whether it's small, either itself. How we go, how we glide, how we use different techniques for the continuity. And that will be a part of Gamakas. I'll be demonstrating them right now. Manodharma is totally a very vast subject. If you go to raga each day, just like it depends on your moods. That is pains differently. If you are not in the same mood, you may be sad one day, maybe very extraordinarily happy one day. Similarly, if we are upset, we cannot perform very well that day. But if you are very happy, you can play extraordinarily well now. That's in the, I'm talking about the ragas. When we have to be really happy, we play extraordinarily well, we can understand. But if you're not in a very calm mood, or if you have had some tug of war or you're upset or something, you will not have played very well. So our mindset definitely works in the Manodharma. And Manodharma has this Laya part, very complicated Tala part, because each calculation it maybe looks simple formally, but be very complicated as you go further and further. You may have advanced studies. Senior students can understand that. When we are performing for a Swarprastara or a Venerable, it's very difficult because it's full of calculations. It doesn't look like calculations, but it's full of calculations. That's Swarprastara. It's a very complicated aspect. Most complicated aspect of music is Tala part. That is when we are putting Swarprastara.
And just two more questions. So, how would you compare Veena as an instrument from Indian classical and with other string instruments with Western music? What is your immediate comparative analysis? Veena representing the Indian classical, and if you have a Western instrument, string instrument.
I think closest will be the guitar. And nowadays they are using mandolin also. But almost very close to our Veena can be the guitar, but it doesn't have the side strings, just like our third strings. So that's one of the major differences. So I can only correlate a close relationship with the guitar, I think.
And Veena has a very elaborative process of teaching and learning. So, how would you compare a teaching-learning process of Veena with any other Indian instrument, string instrument? What are the challenges and what are the limitations?
In our Veena we are having frets. But if you have to learn a violin, it's very difficult, though it has just a small fingerboard, just about this length. But they have no frets like us. You all have to, and it's board. We use our fingers for striking, but it's board. And initially when they start learning violin, it is very difficult to listen because it's full of upswings. It's not tuned rather, because you will not have had the sense of Shruti or anything. Similarly, flute also is very difficult because blowing is very important and you must have all the strength, and the flute is also equally difficult, I can tell you that. But we are very lucky because we are having the friends. But they always say Veena is very close to vocal music.
Yes.
And very close resemblance easily shown in our instrument. Whatever they sing, we can reproduce in our instrument with that same specific gautas. One thing I would like to tell, our Mysore Bani, our speciality, mainly fingering is our speciality. Madras style of playing is totally different. They close all their fingers and play. Of course, they use a lot of glides, no doubt. Even we use glides. Now jartive, ella tara we play. Beryl bedasanke, that's fingering, opening our fingers and playing for Tana. And during Sarali verses, Genti verses. And of course, special fingering techniques are there in our Mysore style, which which is very unique to Mysore style. I can say I'm proud to be a part of Mysore style. I am very thankful to my daughter-in-law for having arranged such a wonderful gathering for you people.
It's just the beginning.